morning, students. Welcome to the English class. Today's topic, subordinating conjunction. What is subordinating conjunction? Subordinating conjunctions are the words that join different clauses into complex sentences. Example, he came to work. He felt sick. We have got two simple sentences here. He came to work is one simple sentence. He felt sick is another simple sentence. I hope you know what's meant by simple sentence. If you don't know, just check my previous video. It's mentioned there. Now, he came to work. He felt sick. These two simple sentences need to be joined together using subordinating conjunction. Let's check how the answer will be now. He came to work, although he felt sick. Let's analyze this answer once more. He came to work, although he felt sick. We can divide this sentence to two parts. He came to work can be taken as one clause, although he felt sick can be taken as another clause. Now, let's check this he came to work once more. He came to work. Suppose if I am saying he came to work alone. Does it make full sense? You have to think like that. Is it making full sense? If a part of sentence is making full sense, then that part of sentence can be called as main clause. If you are dissecting the sentence and a particular part of sentence is making full sense, then that part of sentence can be called as main clause. Now, let's analyze the second half of the sentence. Although he felt sick. Just take it as I explain the first part. Although I felt sick. Suppose if I am coming and telling to you, although I felt sick. Does it make any sense to you? No. It means that this part of clause need the support of some other sentence or phrase or clause in order to make a full sense. This part of clause cannot stand by itself. So that part which cannot stand by itself or which doesn't make a full sense by itself is what we call as dependent clause. So analyzing the answer once more, he came to work, although he felt sick. So we are getting one main clause and one dependent clause. Dependent clause is something which cannot stand by itself. So such a sentence form with a main clause and dependent clause is what we call as complex sentence. A sentence form by using a subordinating conjunction is called as complex sentence. Students, always remember a complex sentence is formed only with the help of subordinating conjunctions. You cannot form complex sentences using coordinating conjunction. A sentence form using coordinating conjunction is called as compound sentence, whereas a sentence form using subordinating conjunction is called as complex sentence. Now let's check some of the common subordinating conjunctions. For easy learning, we'll divide it into various types. Time-related conjunction. Time-related conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions. Here are the few examples like after, as soon as long as, before, once, still, until, etc. Next category we have concession and comparison conjunction. Concision and comparison conjunction. In the previous class, you have learned about but and yet, alternative conjunctions. I told you as connecting alternative ideas then, right? The same thing which is used for connecting alternative ideas is what we call as concision and comparison conjunctions here. And some of the concision comparisons conjunctions are although, as though, even though, just as, though, whereas, in contrast to, etc. Next we have the cause conjunction. Let's recollect yesterday's topic once more. That is conjunction of reason. Conjunction of reason or cause. For and so. So instead of for and so, you can substitute it using as, because, in order that, since, so that, etc. Next we have condition conjunction. Examples are even if, in case, provided that, unless, etc. We have also place conjunctions like where, wherever, whereas, etc. These are some of the subordinating or the common subordinating conjunctions used. Now in this module, we learn some of the subordinating conjunctions in detail. First, we learn about cause conjunctions. Cause conjunction, it is used for stating reason or result. They include conjunctions like because, since, as, in order that, so that, etc. Example, I am working hard. I aspire to become a pilot. Here, the subordinating conjunction used is I am working hard as I aspire to become a pilot. Or you can say, since I aspire to become a pilot, I am working hard. Similarly, using the conjunctions given above, some of the conjunctions will be suitable and you can form the same sentence could be formed in different manner. But you cannot use for and so because they were coordinating conjunctions. Next, we have concision conjunction. Concision conjunction, it is used for connecting two alternative ideas. Some of the concision conjunctions are although, even though, in spite of, despite, etc. That is, concision means two contrasting statements will be there or two alternative ideas will be there. Let's check this example. He is tall. He is slow. Using these concision conjunctions, let's combine the sentence. Although he is tall, he is slow. Comma is compulsory soon after the dependent clause. Wherever you are using conjunction, using that conjunction, once you form a clause, insert a comma, then form the next part. In spite of being tall, comma, he is slow. That is also right. Or else you can say, despite being tall, comma, he is slow. So when two alternative ideas need to be connected using subordinating conjunction, or when you want to form a complex sentence, then you will be using subordinating conjunctions like although, even though, in spite of, despite, etc. Things to remember: two alternative ideas or contrasting statements could be combined using subordinating conjunctions like although, yet, nevertheless, in spite of, despite, even though, etc. Cause or result. If you want to combine a statement showing cause or result, then you can use subordinating conjunctions like because, since, as, in order that, so that, etc. Hope you have understood what's taught in this module. We'll be back. We'll join you with more details about subordinating conjunction. Till then, goodbye.